Hey everyone, today we're going to be talking about the 5 essential things to living a better life. This is targeted at universities to students, but it can really apply to anyone because it's pretty, universal knowledge. So we're going to be starting off with sleep. So on the topic of sleep, you should be getting at minimum 8 hours of sleep for the best performance throughout your day. Not getting enough sleep is killing your gains and your productivity. Before I started getting 8 hours of sleep, I was feeling lazy, unmotivated. I was heavily dependent on caffeine to keep me awake past 3 p.m. It was dragging me down and making me feel miserable. Also, on top of that, I wasn't performing the best in the gym. I felt tired and miserable, and my progress was plateauing. It wasn't until I was actually talking to a guy in the steam room whose life is based off self improvement. Like, this guy lives and breathes self improvement. He told me how important sleep was, and then I started obsessing about it, really. I'm now getting 8 hours of sleep, and I'm focusing on trying to get at least 2 hours of deep sleep for optimal like HGH release, which is human growth hormone. It's the stuff that makes you grow. So obviously, when I'm sleeping, I want to have my muscles grow because that's what I'm looking forward to. I just want to have bigger muscles, right? So my second topic I want to talk about is exercise. You should be getting at minimum 40 to 60 minutes of exercise a day. It not only improves your mood, but it improves your confidence and sleep quality. So it ties back to sleep. Another great benefit of exercise is how it changes your body. You'll look better, gain a lot of compliments. I've gained a lot of compliments myself, which directly improves your self image. Going around, you feel a lot better, and it makes you feel a lot better. So you have more confidence in a lot of things. You have more confidence talking to people. You have more confidence in just going about your day to day life. Secondly, I want us to talk about a solid routine at the gym. You need to balance out your days. You have a shoulder, chest, and tricep day all together, and then the next day you have back and biceps. Then you have leg day, and then you can throw in cardio if you want. I should be throwing in cardio, and I do cardio as well, but it's really important if you are playing sports such as rugby, hockey, soccer, anything that includes running. It's probably good to condition yourself to, run in sorts like that, do your cardio. So that's another great thing. So, number three is food. Eating the right food is key. A diet of high protein is what you should be going for. If you're, trying to get muscle as a teenage guy, or really anyone who wants muscle, eggs, chicken, nuts like almonds and milk are great for building protein. It's pretty much my personal diet. I start with a omelet in the morning. That's around, I think 4 eggs. It's a late. They put it in a ladle. I don't make it myself. I get the chefs at the school to do it. Um, I have a cup of milk, so that's around 8 grams of protein just there, and the omelet itself has 13, so we're already looking at 20 grams, more than 20 grams, which isn't the highest, but the more protein carries on throughout the day. Um, at lunch, I have chicken Caesar salad, straight up just cooked chicken with a little bit of spices like salt and pepper. And then I have plain lettuce and then a little bit of Caesar salad dressing. So then you're not just eating plain shit. Add the flavor to it, but not too much because it is high in fat and it's not always the best. Um, for supper, I eat scrambled eggs. I have cracked 6 eggs. I have about a cup of ground chicken in it, with some shredded cheese to add for flavor so it's not too bland. That is about 79 grams of protein. So I go to the gym afterwards, and then I have a protein shake at the end of the day, and that totals out to around 190 grams of protein. I weigh 200 pounds myself, which is pretty good. You should have about 1 gram of protein per body weight pound, right? So, number four, mental improvement. I know this sounds crazy, but the one thing that has led me to living a better life is journaling. You should probably journal. I think everyone should have a journal themselves. I've been journaling since June of 2024, so we're almost at 2 years now. It's January, almost February 2026. I've tracked my progress, I've tracked my fails, my successes, and everything in between. I like to go back and reflect on the past to see how I fixed myself and, improve myself and see how far I've come, I'd say this is probably being the best thing to, changing my life. It helps me remember things because I have gotten a bit of concussions while playing rugby myself. Um, and it like just, tracks those failures that you can learn from. It tracks those successes that you can continue repeating. And then, well, as I said before, everything in between. Just log everything that happens during a day, whether it's the most mundane or the best thing ever. And I guarantee you will feel better because you got it all out. And when it comes to things that you don't want to tell people either, it's great. It's great because you can let it out while not having to tell anybody. So I'd say journaling is probably one of the best things that you can do for mental health. And finally, number 5, I'd say find something that you have a genuine passion for. Whether it's art, writing, painting model cars, knitting, anything like that. You should try everything. See what works, right? Try new sports, try new hobbies, anything. If it's a sport, it's even better. I'm not, discrediting anything else, but having a sport is great because it ties in with the exercise and you get to meet a lot of great new friends. Not crazy new friends. I met a couple of crazy new friends, but it is really, really good for self-esteem. It's really good for building connections and networking with people. Personally, as I stated before, I play rugby, so that's a key part of my personality. But I also write and I also draw, and those are also really great things to do. Yeah. So basically, you should have something that you can put your extra time into. It's like a productive thing that you can put your extra time into, not wasting it doom scrolling or sitting around watching YouTube videos, which is fun. You're watching a YouTube video right now, but you should always have something else to do, something that makes you feel good and something that defines who you are. So yeah. So I hope that you, the viewer, has taken something from this video. I hope that you can begin your path to a better life with these 5 essential things that I've listed up, food, sleep, exercise, mental improvement, and having something that's like worth your time, like a passion project or something. These things have worked for me, and I hope they can work for you as well. It's a pretty universal list, right? It's nothing too complicated. You're not looks maxing or anything like that. You're not smashing bones in your face. This isn't like, how to improve your looks. This is just how to improve your general well-being of life. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed. Consider liking and subscribing, and have a good day.